if it's possible, because I am no quitter. I am not a quitter. So let's see. I think I should be on now. I should have sound now. Let me see. I'm checking on my other device. Yep. 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 Okay, I'm back, and I think I wasn't supposed to do a reading with those cards. So I'm going to try this again, but I'm also going to put subscriber mode back on. Okay. All right. It's a little crooked. Let's see. Okay, there. How to restart that? So all right, so let's see what's going to come out for the collective. I'm going to go into the timing oracle deck and see what comes out for the timing oracle deck. So it says it's the right time to take action. And two more cards came out. It's the right time to take action. Then it's time to let go. It's time to let go. That could be the action, and timing is pushed back due to blockages. This is what I'm thinking. Some of you may be holding on to something that you need to release, and until you do release it, there's going to be some sort of blockages that's going to delay whatever it is that you want. There's going to be certain things that are going to be delayed until you release something. Because it says it's time to let go. It's the right time to take action. It's time to let go. And timing is pushed back due to blockages. So whatever you need to release, then you'll start to see things flow in. Things start to move. Things start to speed up. But if there's something that you're holding on to and you already know what it is, it's going to cause some sort of delay. It's going to cause blockages in your life. And with whatever movement, changes, actions you want to see coming towards you. Okay? So I want to know what exactly this needs to be released. Okay, it says whistleblower, betrayal, report, expose, leak. So from what I'm getting, there's something that some of you may be holding on to with regards to betrayal. If you're still holding on to some sort of grudge because someone may have betrayed you, you're still harboring ill will, hard feelings, you still haven't accepted something, you haven't come to terms with it, you haven't forgiven yourself, maybe even forgiven another person, then that could be what you may be needing to release. Let's see what else that could be related to. Rest, pause, new journey. Yeah. Some of you, like, you're holding on to something from the past. It says rest, but it says pause, journey, new beginning. But I think I said past. Did I say that? I don't know. So, but I feel like there's something that you need to like lay to rest. Something needs to be laid to rest, because as long as you continue holding on to it, there's going to continue to be blockages. the talent card always screws me up whenever it comes out, because talent is about skills. It says born with features, personality, and then roll the dice came out too. Take a chance, risk, leap of faith. Talent it has to do with a skill. It could be a personality trait. How come I want to say a personality trait? I feel like personality trait. It's weird because, all right, so we're going to look at that separate from roll the dice, because personality trait, what I'm thinking about, it says talent, but I'm thinking it's a personality trait that some of you have. That could be something that you need to release. I don't know. You know, sometimes we can have these certain habits that we start to be like, oh, it's my personality. It's my trait. It's like you, whatever this thing is, whatever your talent is. And I'm thinking this is not like an actual talent. I'm thinking it's something that you associate as part of your identity. That needs to be released. But that could be something, that could be an excuse somebody else has. Like, this is the way I am, so you have to take me as I am. You know, I'm this type of person. This is my personality trait, and that this is who I am. But it's like, is it really? Especially if it's not healthy. But the thing is, I don't know if it's something that needs to be released. This doesn't really help me. It's maybe tied to some sort of, I'm thinking this personality trait now. Because, you know, it says take a risk. Take a chance. Risk, leap of faith. Yeah, take a risk. Some of you need to take a risk with something. Another thing, too, that came to mind is maybe some of you are not being your true self. Like, you're not showing your talent. You're not sharing a certain personality trait that is a part of your identity, you know? And maybe what it's saying is time to let go. It could be like, it's time for you to let go, like, of maybe this certain way of being and being yourself. Not hiding yourself, not minimizing yourself. It could be something like that too. Maybe it's a part of you, a personality trait. I keep thinking personality trait, but it could, whatever that trait is connected to some sort of talent you have. It could be that, right? In my mind, I'm thinking naturally, authentically, authenticity, because it says born with, something that you're born with. It could be a gift that you have that you need to not hold back from, not push down, but allow to manifest is not the best word, but allow to be seen or to be expressed. But I think, because I see the mortality card and it says new beginning, time to let go. Timing is pushed back due to blockages. You know, like I said, sometimes, and a lot of people say this, you could create your own blockages in your life, you know? But it's time to take action. Now I'm thinking about that film thing, you know, directors use. Thinking action. It may have to do with the way you're acting, your behavior. And in the card, it looks like it shows somebody, but their hand is blocking their face. So I don't know if you're hiding something about yourself. There's something that you're hiding that you're not allowing other people to see. And that's what may be creating the blockages, because you are not letting something go. You're not letting something be seen. You're not releasing something. And it doesn't have to be like release, like you're letting go of something. Like, I release this this freaking cloth, right? It's more like showing something, like letting go of the mask, letting go of this. Maybe you're thinking about how other people think about you, how people feel about you. That could be something that needs to be released, because when you're constantly thinking about what other people think about you, that means you're acting in a way where people will approve of your behavior. So there's something that you may need to let go of, like, and it could be that caring what other people think, placing more value on other people's opinion about you rather than you being yourself. Some of you, whatever this talent, whatever personality trait, or this side of yourself that you're not allowing other people to see, and is like integral to who you are, and at least how you were born to be. You were born to be. You were made. You were born this way. Like, I'm thinking about Lady Gaga now. It's like you feel like it's a little bit risky, but you don't know, like, how things may change, how things may be once you allow yourself to, like, really, like, show who you really are. Now I'm thinking about the card from Moonology. Show the world the real you. Show the world the real you. I think that's Aquarius. I have a picture of that card. It's a picture I took of what me. It was a picture of me that I took before I started doing tarot, when I initially started my channel. But it showed the world the real you. So I'm not going to show myself in the picture, but I'm going to show you the card. I don't know if you can see. Show the world the real you. This is the card that came up in my mind. This picture I took in 2022. Let me see. Yeah, I took this picture in 2022. So I don't have the Moonology deck to show it. That's why I'm showing you that picture. So there's a part of you that you need to show who you really are. You have to be authentic to who you are. And when you're authentic, you really don't give a fuck what other people think, because you're being who you are, who you were born to be, who you were created to be. So some of you may need to, this may be your sign to, like, put on the masks that you've been wearing, the parts of you, the parts of yourself that you've kept hidden to be seen. I think that once you do that, you're opening up a new pathway of opportunities for yourself, even a new way of being, especially if you have been putting on a mask, wanting to be seen a certain way, but now you're like, I want to be seen for who I am rather than this idea of who I am. All of us, we have our shadow selves. Nobody's perfect. We have those parts of us, those dark thoughts, even dark traits. But like I said, it's the shadow self. Those are the aspects of ourselves that we need to accept. But also there are parts of what makes us strong too. And also our weaknesses. They're part of our strengths and weaknesses. Because if we know we have the certain side to ourselves that we don't share, we hold back from that. But then in a way, you're like weakening yourself because you're hiding a part of yourself instead of showing yourself for who you are. I don't, like, of course, we don't want to come out as being negative or, dark. And I mean dark in the sense of, like, I'm going to just say negative. We don't want to be seen in a negative light. We want people to see us in our best light. But the thing is, we're not always in our best light, and I think it's okay for us to show that, yeah, I'm human and I'm not perfect and I have my days, I have my moods. But it's a matter to make sure that you're not treating people in a unfair way or negatively, even when you are in that negative space, whatever it is, but we have to embrace all parts of ourselves. There are certain things that we can't change, but we have to accept it. We can't go back in time and change certain things that we've done that is attributed to our shadow selves. It's a matter of us accepting that that part of us exists, and we could use that to our benefit, you know? Remember, when you understand yourself inside and out, it allows you to be compassionate towards other people and understand people too, because you realize, you have your faults and you have your virtues. And when you accept your faults and your virtues, then and you in turn accept other people's faults and virtues. I mean, we know we're not all perfect. We're gonna have our days, we're gonna have our moments, but that doesn't mean we're negative or bad people. It's normal. But then some people, they just take it to the extreme where they just want to be like in that energy all the time. So, but that's probably who they are meant to be, but I say respectfully that if you want to be in a dark, I mean, I don't want to say dark because me as a person of color, we always attribute darkness to negativity. So if people naturally want to be in the negative energy, fine, be like that, but you still got to respect people. You could be an asshole, you could be a bitch, you could be a fucking jackass, but you still got to respect people. You could be who you are, but still be respectful, Okay, that was a little different. But I feel like it's just show yourself for who you are, don't hide yourself, because that part of you is integral to whatever journey you're heading into. And that may be a part of you that needs to exist in whatever new journey you're heading into as well. Because like I said, our shadow selves can be used to empower us, You ever heard of this, the dark feminine energy, or I don't know, they call it dark feminine energy, which is like someone who is comfortable with being in their power. And it's usually women are, I'm gonna use this as an example because it's easy for me to do that. When women are like very assertive, they don't take any bullshit, they establish boundaries and creates and enforces boundaries. Doesn't fall in line to what a woman is supposed to be, like being light and feminine and caring and nurturing, but she's also showing that, like, the masculine stuff. She's like, yes, I'm in my feminine energy, but I also have that strength. I have that fierceness within me, and I do speak up. I'm not going to sit quietly. If I have to speak up for myself, if I have to defend myself, and if I have to show you who I truly am, then that's what they do. It's like a different type of confidence, and it's attributed to our shadow selves as feminines, but it's the same thing regardless of your gender. It's the part of yourself that is empowered, but it's a matter of how do you channel that energy. How do you channel your negative energy? It could be fuel to whatever flame. Like say if you have an idea or you're motivated to do something, you're going to have to pull on that energy, especially if you feel like you're going to have a lot of obstacles or opposition from people or whatever may create some sort of blockage. Remember earlier I was talking about betrayal and that it's time to let go. There's some sort of betrayal. This could be a betrayal of yourself. If we're not being our true selves, and we end up in situations that don't really align with what we want or what we envision for ourselves in the future, we're essentially betraying ourselves, and you not being who you are and hiding certain parts of yourself, denying certain parts of yourself, and even rejecting parts of yourself. That's a way of you betraying yourself. Even accepting things that don't align with whatever standards you have, settling for less is a form of self-betrayal, So some of you may have been settling for something that really doesn't match up with whatever list that you have. It doesn't fulfill all the requirements. It doesn't meet, it's not up to par. It doesn't meet your standards, whatever standards you have, but then somehow you're accepting it. That's a form of betrayal of yourself. Because you know, if you're accepting something that doesn't match your standards, eventually it's going to get to the point where you're like, you're going to feel uncomfortable in this situation. You're not going to feel happy. You may become bitter and resentful in whatever the situation is. It could be work, it could be with some sort of agreement you make with somebody, or even a relationship. You know, don't compromise yourself or your standards for anyone, because when you do that, you're compromising your loyalty to yourself. You're betraying yourself in some way. That creates blockages too. I'm gonna give the example of a person ending up in a relationship with someone that doesn't really meet the standard, you know, at least the minimum, like we have our standards, like we want somebody who's loving, caring, respectful, loyal, faithful, but you end up with someone who who can't keep their eyes to themselves. Like they're always looking, always looking, always looking at, you know what I mean? Feminine energy and men, I'm pretty sure masculines can understand this too. Someone who is like, yeah, they're caring. Maybe, I don't know if someone who's always looking at other women or other men is loyal, you know, I don't know. But I'm using that, and that's something that you don't like. And then you end up in a relationship with someone who's doing something that you don't like, right? Basically, the blockage is the person. You're blocking the person that you're meant to have, the person that you want to have in your life, the one who won't be having the eyes on everyone. See, you want a man, like say, you want a man that only has eyes for you, and that's what I want. So I mean, that's the best example I could give right now. But you end up with a man who always has eyes on someone else. The minimum standard is you want a man who only has eyes for you. So basically, you don't want a man that's always looking at women, always staring at women, always following women or liking women, and possibly even entertaining other women. So you want someone who's loyal to you. Even their eyes are loyal to you. You know what I mean? I'm just using that as an example. I feel like that's the easiest example because I can relate to that one. You know, so if you end up in a situation with a guy that is like has eyes for everyone instead of just only eyes for you, you're blocking that person is the blockage of the person who will only have eyes for you. You know, so when you're settling for something that doesn't meet your standard, you're blocking something that does meet your standard. So that is a form of self-betrayal, settling for less. I think I went too long on that, but I'm just trying to explain it the best way I could. And I'm trying to give you an idea of how that may resonate with you, if it does at all, you know? So this is different types of blockages. Us preventing our, settling for less, not being our true selves, and even hiding and minimizing ourselves in any way. Maybe even having imposter syndrome, you know? Sometimes we may be very skillful, maybe talented people, but we don't share those talents because we're afraid of how we make other people feel, which is so fucking ridiculous. That is so stupid. We're not always gonna make everybody feel good, you know? But this is also about you accepting shadow aspects of yourself too, you know? Maybe the shadow aspect is a negative trait that you can have. I don't want to say that's a shadow. The shadow is more, I want to say the parts of you that can cause harm. That's what I like to think of the shadow self. It's the part of you that has done things that you're not proud of, but it shows you what you're capable of, and in the worst way. You know, like if you're someone who has cheated, that's an aspect of yourself. That's the shadow self. Sometimes the shadow self is part of us that we are ashamed of. You know, the part that we don't want nobody to know about us. You know. It could be some of you may have had an abortion, you know, and you don't want people to know you had one, you know. It's different things, like whatever you want to hide, certain things about yourself, certain things about your story, that it's like some people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. But it's like, well, I am capable of doing that. You know what I mean? So that's how I see the shadow self. It's like what the bad things that we're capable of doing. you know, because everybody's level of bad is different, but bad is bad regardless, right? Sin is sin. But I'm going to get off this message. I think I harped on it for way too long. But yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Let me see. So I started a live stream a little bit before this one, but then the audio wasn't working. So I'm hoping the audio is good now. I actually can check right here. I'm going to check right now. I actually thought, I was like, maybe it's a sign that I'm not supposed to do this. And this is something that I thought, but then somebody put it in the comment. I was like, yeah, I think it is. But I'm like, nope, no. You know, sometimes this is like, sometimes it's a test. You know, are you going to give up that easily? Are you just going to let, just because the audio stopped working and then you're just going to give up on doing a live stream because of that? You know, I'm like, okay, let me try again. Let me try. Because I wanted to go on and read for you guys. For whoever's here. So if you're new, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. And it's interesting because but the chat, somehow I don't see the messages. Somehow it just stood right there at the beginning, and I went on my other device and I see I have a lot of messages. Yes. So okay, thank you, Carolyn. Hi, Dana. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you for coming back, Carolyn. Thank you for letting me know about the audio. I had no idea that it was off because there is like an icon that lets me know if I'm muted or not. It's like a mic icon, and it wasn't on. So I was confused. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, Nicole, I didn't even see your message, but I don't like desperation either. Yeah, you could go, Nihal Gupta, you could go fuck yourself. You know, you're telling me to shut up? You could go fuck yourself. Yeah, blocked. Yeah, telling me to shut up? Go fuck yourself. Okay? This is my fucking channel, you bitch. This is my channel. It says Artemis Oracle. It doesn't say whatever the hell your fucking name was. Okay? So, and I didn't say anyone can ask a question. This is my shadow self. I will curse somebody out. And on the internet. Disrespectfully. Okay, so telling me to just shut up. Go fuck yourself. I just said I see messages, and I'm seeing that, and then really, bro, for real. I'm like, what the fuck? The entitlement shit. That's what makes me not want to do the readings, because people feel entitled. And like I mentioned before, there was a reader who talked about this. Like, they think that we're machines. I'm not a fucking machine. I'm a human being. Okay? So why don't you go shut up and figure out whatever the hell your question was, and use your damn intuition to figure that shit out. Telling me to shut the fuck up on my channel. Shit. Please. Oh my God. Let me scroll down so I can see. No, I don't think so. No. I don't think he was telling you to shut up. And you don't go on my channel telling anybody to shut up. I don't tell anybody to shut up on my channel, unless you tell me to shut up and I tell you to shut up. You know, you don't come on my channel disrespecting people here. No. I don't like when people are like, bring my question. If I don't see it, I don't see it, sir. I don't care. I stand by what I said. Telling anybody to shut up. Telling me to shut up? Okay. I don't like it. One thing, my pet peeve is entitled people. And I think that's the reason why I have a problem with people who are wealthy. But the thing is, not all wealthy people are like that. So, not all wealthy people are like that. You know? I don't think they are. It's just this idea that I had, because there are people who are poorer than me who think that they're entitled. You know, I mean, who are entitled. So entitlement has nothing to do with status. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. But did you, wait, I'll have to go back. Did you say something, Carol? Okay, I see what you're. Oh my God. Oh my God, I had a Charlie's Terror moment. To the milk carton he goes. I saw what you said. See, I'm not gonna apologize now. You told me to shut up, or you told Carolyn to shut up. No, you don't do that on my channel. You know, I don't even tell people to shut up. I just make you disappear, you know, from the chat. Ain't nobody got time for that. But that was funny. It made me laugh because whenever I start cursing, I'm just like, oh my God. No, it's okay. It's okay. Because I don't like when the spamming either. I don't. When someone starts to spam, I time them out. I time them out. Okay, so let me say hi to whoever's here. Okay, so hello, Carolyn, again. Okay, and then let's see who else. Dana, hi again, Dana. Oh, let me see. Who else? I think it says Lion Sky. Hi, Lion Sky. You caught the parental advisory portion of the live. Oh my God. Oh, I remember I was saying that the day I did that reading, Monday, that I curse. I don't really curse at people, but only if they deserve it. Like they say, Scorpio, if you like, this is what I say, if a Scorpio hurts somebody, it's because they deserved it. Because I think for the most part, like depending on the type of Scorpio, like I don't really want to be saying this, but it's because I like it's. They say like Scorpios, like for me, I'm a Scorpio deacon, second deacon. So I have a Neptunian influence in my chart. But for me, it's like, I don't know if Scorpios are more like reactive than I am, but I tend to be not as reactive. It's like I have like a threshold, and then once it reaches that point, then that side of me comes out, you know? So yeah, I don't be cursing people out for just for fun. It's like if I hurt you, it's because you deserved it. You earned it. It's like I say, it's a privilege if I. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm a Scorpio sun with a Leo moon and a Cancer rising, so. So I don't know if BM is still here. I know they wanted to ask a question. Let's see. Hi, Sonia. I'm going all the way to the top. Okay, BM, if you're still there, I'm only answering yes or no. I will only answer yes or no questions. So the yes will be upright and the no will be a reversal. Hi, Sonia. I'm sorry, I just saw your message because somehow the chat wasn't like going up. It didn't let me see the messages as they were coming in. Okay. No, that's not half, Tan. That is not half the deck. Let me shuffle it one more time. Okay, so if somebody else wants, I mean, somebody has a yes or no question, you can put it in the chat. I'm gonna prepare these cards. Okay, Dana. I see Dana's question. Okay. I'm gonna put it here. I usually have music on because I like having my frequency music. I don't know how this, let me see. Okay, I have the cards reversed. Okay. Okay, so let me answer Dana's question. Will the blessings that Dana has been waiting for come this month? Hi, Tucci. So once I get to your question, I'll answer it, okay? Or Tucci. Let's see. Will the blessings that Dana has been waiting for come true this month? Will they come this month? Will the blessings Dana has been waiting for come this month? Will the blessings Dana has been waiting for come this month? Will the blessings that Dana wants come this month? It's saying yes. I love that this card, because you see that it looks like somebody's giving another person a gift. So yes, Dana is saying yes. You got 2 yeses actually. And you know what's funny? This is so funny. Today's the 6th, right? The 6 of Cups came out, right? But then you have the Devil. That's 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So it's saying yes. Yeah. I would say that it's saying yes, but don't obsess about it. You know, let it flow in. Don't overthink it. Don't obsess over it. Don't get attached to an outcome too. And I'm just going by the Devil card, but you got 2 yeses, Dana. I hope that helps you. Okay, so let's see. I answered Dana's. Now, okay, Carolyn wants to know about her situationship. Is it done? Is Carolyn's situationship done? Is Carolyn's situationship done? Is Carolyn's situationship done? Is Carolyn's situationship done? It's saying no. I think it might be you might be on a break because you got the 7 of Pentacles, and that means it's just like a moment of reflection. You're not taking any action. There's no action. It's just you're like sitting there looking, well, standing there looking, reflecting, evaluating. This is what this card is. So I think it's right now it's at a pause. And that, no, it hasn't ended. It's not done. It's just it's paused right now. I feel like it's paused. But I don't know if it's because somebody's blocked, somebody's defensive, but you got 2 7s, 7 7. So, and we saw 6 6 with, well, 15 and the 6 of Cups. But we got 7 7 here. So it's like, yeah, it's not done, but I feel like somebody's has their guard up. Somebody's feeling defensive. But I feel like it's like you're on a break. It's on a break. It's on a pause. I hope that helps, Carolyn. Okay. I'm only you could change your question to Jay, but I'm only answering 1 question per person. So I'm gonna let me know if you want to change your question. If you do, then I'm not gonna answer the other one. I'm gonna answer Malik's question. Hopefully this isn't the person I had a block. Hopefully this is the person that was saying shut up. that No, that person's out. Okay, so will Srish contact? Will Srish? You're welcome, Carolyn. Okay. All right, I need to connect to Srish's question. Okay, Srish, I'm going in the order that the questions are received. So Tucci, I'm waiting for Tucci to let me know about the question. So if you want a different question, put it in the chat. I'm gonna hold off on answering. Will Srish in contact right now? Will Srish It's saying yes, that Srishti Singh is going to contact you. We like the 6th card. Today is the 6th. Right now, this live stream has 6 likes, so it's looking like yes. You have the victory card. It's a yes. With the 6, and you got another yes in the bottom of the deck. So yeah. Srishti is going to contact you. Today's the 6th, and that was the 6 of Wands, so they may be contacting you today. Okay, let me see. I don't know if Tukche changed their question or not. Looking at the next question. All right. Razia's question about being in the spotlight. I know I saw that. Razia's. Okay. Hi, Razia. How are you? So, will Razia be in the spotlight? You're welcome. I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to say Malik. Or Malik. I think it's Malik. Well, Razia, these cards, I shuffle them because I want to be in this question's energy. If I want Razia's question's energy. Will Razia be in the spotlight? 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 I don't know. It's saying you got the no card. I don't know, because I saw this card and it's saying, I'm taking this card. This is a no, but I think it has to do with the way you value yourself. I don't know if you are afraid of being seen, if you don't want the attention, or you don't think you're worthy of being seen or having attention on you or something, but it's saying no. This could be a just side message, but I think right now it's looking like a no. So it might have to do with your confidence, that you have to be more confident. Maybe you've been holding yourself back and not wanting to put yourself out there, possibly because you feel like you may look like a fool and you're afraid of looking like a fool. So it's looking like a no. I hope that helps, Razia. Okay, so yeah, I was reading earlier and I said, it's okay. I did a reading earlier today and I said, the same way babies start to walk, when babies fall, do we call them a loser? Do we you're a loser baby, you don't know how to walk? Do you do that to babies? So why would you do that to yourself when you're doing something new? So if there's something that you want to try that's different, that will put you in the spotlight, you have to accept the fact that you may make a mistake, you may not be perfect, but you're learning. It's new to you. So, but if this is something that you've been working on for a while, where you feel like you're proud of yourself, you feel good about showing yourself, is don't get in your head. Don't worry about how other people may perceive you. Hi, gratitude always. Welcome to the channel. I think this is your first time here on my channel. Okay, VM, I will say that. I'll call you that instead. Thank you. I know when I started my channel, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how people are gonna. When I started my channel, like really started reading, I didn't show up on camera. It was only my hands. But then I got to the point, I was like, let me put myself out there. Let me try doing a reading, you know? And I've been on camera since. Oh, thank you. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for subscribing. I'm glad hopefully, I don't know how long you've been watching this live stream. You may have caught me in my shadow self. Thank you. I really appreciate a compliment. Thank you. Okay, does anybody have a yes or no question they'd like me to answer? But Tukche still didn't let me know if they wanted to change their question, because I haven't seen any more messages other than thanks, baby. Let's see. Let me see. Are you still there? Tukche? Okay. I'm gonna answer that question anyway. No, I don't want to answer it because I don't know if you want a different question. I just need your confirmation. And does anybody have a question for me? A yes or no question? I don't like having dead air. Me shuffling and looking at the chat. Let me see. Going to a different deck. Ooh, okay. I have this pocket archetypes deck, and it's still new to me. So if I see any cards that I haven't popped out in a previous reading, I like to go into the book. Oh my goodness. I like to go into the book and read from it, and then like see what messages I get, what comes to my mind. It's funny, this card came out. It fell. It has an egg cracking on it. Starboard. Let me read it. Number 3 is my life path number. I'm curious, do you know your life path number? Mine is 3. So it's creator. It's the creator. The creative. It's communication, and from what I remember. Oh, for real? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. So to know your life path number, I'm going to read your question, gratitude. Hey, Charlene, how are you? Welcome. To learn what your life path number is, it's basically calculating all the numbers from your birthday. So the numerical value of the birth month, the day, and the year. You add those numbers up, and whatever the total is, if it's not 11, 22, 33, or I think 44 is a possible number, those numbers don't get reduced. Those are master numbers. If it's any other number like 31, then you will reduce it down to 4. So 3 plus 1 is 4. If it's like 20 5, then you reduce it down. 2 plus 5 is 7. So that's how you do you figure out your life path number. But then there's other, like numerology, there's other numbers too. There's like, you could go by the number. I'm still learning this because I was like, okay, I'm turning this age and I'm turning that age. So every year we have a number for our age, but it's whatever age we are and what our next age would be in that one year, and that would be the number for the year. So that's the influencing number. I just learned that. I was like so curious because I'm like, okay, 42 last year. This is when I was figuring this out. I was like, okay, I'm 42, so that reduces down to 6, and then I'm turning 43, so that's 7. So 7 plus 6 is 13, and 1 plus 3 from the 13 is 4, and 4 is about stability, security. Each number has a meaning in numerology, but the life path number is what I guess what your life path is, what your mission in life is, what your purpose is. So that's 29 is your age. So right now that's 11. But if that was like your birth number, like if you like your birthday's December, so that'll be 1 plus 2, and then 11th. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, and then your year, but then it's like 1 plus 9 plus whatever. Then you add every single number all together. Each number, you add all the numbers together, and then you reduce it down, and that's your life path number. But like if you're like you, so yeah, you just like you could use a calculator. You could go online to see what I'm talking about because I'm a visual learner. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need. You could see how it's supposed to be done, but okay. So yeah, it comes to 29. Okay, yeah. So you have a master number. So you, I don't remember what the master numbers mean, but you could look it up. They actually have like these little charts that say what 11, 22, 33, and I think 44 can be a master number for a life path. But okay, let me go to your question. Okay, I thought you were 29. I can't really see your profile picture, so it's small, so I can't tell if you're 29 or not. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Charlene. Okay, Charlene says yours is 22, you don't reduce it down. So 11, 22, 33, and 44 doesn't get reduced down. They're master numbers. So they don't get, like say 29, that will get reduced down to 11. But then 11 is a master number, so it stays at 11. So yours is 22, it stays at 22. Okay. Oh, wow, 44. I can imagine. Okay, so let me go into gratitude's message. And mine is a 3. Number 3. And it's funny because when I look at certain life experiences I've had, they've come in 3s. Very, very interesting. All right, so gratitude's question. Just talking to somebody for a very long time, wondering whether to go for it and if it's a test after going through a major lesson. Should gratitude go for it? Should gratitude go for it? Should gratitude go for it? I think it's saying no. It's saying no. You got 2 no cards. The chariot is usually a moving vehicle, and it could be a fast moving vehicle. But the fact that you got the 10 of Wands in reverse too, and it's saying no, I think you might be right that if the fact that you've been talking to someone for as long as you have, and I'm not sure what you mean by how long, because a long time could be years, and I'm assuming that's what you mean, and I could be wrong. If it's only been stuck at that, it's probably that's where it's meant to stay. you know? And the fact that, like I said, the Chariot card came out is like a card that's stuck. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. So that might be the type of connection that if you were to go for it, it may not even go anywhere. And it might be a burdensome connection too. And I don't know if it's either because of burdens on your part or on this person's part, but it's seeming like it's saying no, that you shouldn't go for it. I hope that helps. Because years, there should have been, I don't know if this person has made some moves towards you. I mean, hopefully this person hasn't been stringing you along too. But if you were, I think if you were talking to somebody for a significant amount of time, it might be because you enjoy the conversation, you enjoy talking to the person, communicating with them and connecting with them. But if no moves have been made, and then it might be because it's not meant to go forward. It's meant to be what it is. Okay, so I hope that helps. Gratitude. Okay, Charlene's question. I'm gonna answer Charlene's question. Charlene Kramer is wondering if her online marketing is going to be successful for her. Is the online marketing for Charlene going to be successful? Is Charlene's online marketing going to be successful? Is Charlene's online marketing going to be successful for her? Okay. Will Charlene's online marketing be successful for her? 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 Say yes. You got the Page of Cups. Say yes, Charlene. You're gonna see some stuff. There may be a little bit of bumpiness along the way, but you got a yes. So I would say too, go with the flow of it. Don't try to force something. Don't try to I want to say overanalyze things. Just go with the flow, because I'm not sure how online marketing works, but you may be seeing, there may be some ebbs and flows too within the success that you're hoping to see. But ultimately, also, I feel like you have to also go with the flow, Eventually, it's like you're going to see things, there may be dips and dives, but you are going to see some success. So I would say too, it's a matter of you persevering, especially if this is something that's new to you, because this is a page that came out. I'm thinking that it's still new. It's still a baby. So you have to give it time to, I don't want to say gestate, because it's already been born, right? You're already doing this. So just give it time and just go with the flow. I hope that helps, Charlene. Okay, imaginary corner. Oh, I wish you luck, Charlene. Not yet. No super chats yet. That will be my goal. One day, I need enough watch time hours. I think I'm about 300 hours away from being eligible for super chat, to have like a members or to receive super chats and stuff. So that's like one of my goals. That's one of my goals. I would love to do that, because then I could actually do readings for people, you know, like actual readings, not yes or no questions. I want to do actual readings. Super chat is when it's basically like you could tip me, like you could give me I think the lowest amount you can give is 99 cents or $1, and it's a way of like tipping me. It's a way of supporting. It's like in a way it could also be like a donation, like to my channel, a donation to me. It's a way of like showing support for me as a creator. That's one of my goals. I would love to be able to do that. One day. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen this year. I just don't know when. I have faith. And if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm so close. But YouTube also has to let me know when I'm eligible. They'll let me know when I'm eligible for that. And I'm looking forward to that day. Okay, so I saw somebody's question. Okay. Imaginary corners. Let me ask. Okay, imaginary corners. I can't imaginary corner. I cannot say the end name because it looks like a slur. I can't say the end. So I'm gonna say Allie and N. Allie and N. Okay. Okay. So imaginary corner, then Jesus, and for 3 months. She tried today, and they ended up finding. She says that he's in a fearful avoidant. So she wants to know if it's actually over between them. Is it over between Ali and N this time? Is it actually over between Ali and N this time? Is it actually over for Ali and N this time? Is it actually over for Ali and N this time? Is it actually over for Ali and N this time? Is it actually over for Ali and N this time? Is it actually over for Ali and N this time? I'm saying no. I feel like you probably reached out to them in the wrong time, and they weren't, since you fought, I don't know what you talked about, what triggered the fight in any way, but I would say give this person space, but don't sit around waiting for them. I'm just gonna say that much, because if this person has things that they need to work through, and they need the time and the space to do that, but you shouldn't put yourself in the crossfires, you know? So since I'm not going to say go talk to other people or be with other people, stuff like that, but I'm not going to say that, but don't sit around waiting for this person, you know, to work through the problems, because we don't know how long that's going to take, and you still have your life ahead of you, you know, so you don't want to be stuck waiting for something and then you miss out on an opportunity that's meant for you, you know, because that's what the Four of Cups is, missing out on an opportunity. And if you were to just sit around hoping that things will change or the person heals, might be missing out on something too. But them, if they don't do the healing, and if the connection with you and them is important to them, they're the one that's going to be missing out, you know. But I would say don't do yourself the disservice of waiting for someone to heal, because ultimately it's their choice. And if they don't choose to make the changes that they need, then they're going to stay stuck. And that doesn't mean you have to stay stuck with them, you know, even though you're not with them. You know what I mean? So I hope that helps, imaginary corner. Oh. No, you know what it is? I feel like with my cards, if they take long to shuffle, like there's a specific message. That's how I see it. It's a specific message, a specific card. Because if that card didn't come out and it was a totally different card, it would have been a totally different message. The Four of Cups is about missing out on an opportunity because you're stuck dwelling on the past, you know, or you're a little bit salty or bitter about something, you know. So I feel like that card came out. That card is, depending on how it resonates with imaginary corner. See, so see the confirmation that imaginary corner gave. Yeah. See, so it's like the right card. The card that comes out is the card that's meant to come out, and the message that I get from the card is what I need to convey. Okay, so I saw Tucci. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you next time. Okay. All right, let's see. So for Tucci, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Oh yeah, I like I said, like sometimes if a message comes out, then I have to say it. You're welcome, imaginary corner. All right, so let's answer Tucci's question. Thank you for letting me know that you still want the same question. I was wondering if you were still around. Tucci, so is Mehmet in love with Tucci? Is Mehmet in love with Tucci? Is Mehmet in love with Tucci? I think it's a yes, but I feel like the feelings are new to them, different. I think they're still discovering how they feel about you, but I feel like that they do have feelings for you. It could be love, but it could be them still trying to figure that out themselves, since it's the Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is someone who's young, who's inexperienced, is new to something and still learning. And I feel like it's a yes, but I feel like they're still trying to, they may be trying to understand what they're feeling. They may not know that it is love that they're feeling. I hope that helps, Tucci. You got this in the bottom. So in the that's good. With the Three of Swords in the reverse, I like that's good. Even though it's like looking like a no, but this is not this card, my God. I did say this person may be trying to figure out what they're feeling. They don't really know. And this is like confusion card. So I hope that helps you, Tucci. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Oh, thank you so much, both of you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'm still learning how to read for people too. So it helps when you give the description, like a brief description about your situation, because that's what allows me to get the answer that's coming from the card itself, you know? You're welcome, Tucci. Let's see what time it is. 7:41. Okay. Okay, does anybody else have a question they'd like me to answer for them? A yes or no question they'd like me to answer? I'm gonna reverse some of the cards. So some of them may end up being upright again, and the reversals may be upright, and then the uprights may be reversed now, just to change the energy. Yes, I do read for myself, and I don't lie to myself either. And you know what's the sad thing? When I read for myself when I started reading for myself and learning tarot, and I was writing down all the messages that I got, and I was like, wow, I feel like these messages could help other people too. So that's what made me decide to create my channel. I never thought I would be doing this, but it kind of makes sense though, because I'm a Scorpio sun, and I have actually 4 Scorpio placements: Scorpio sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus. And Mercury, that's about communication. You know, Scorpio rules the 8th house, which has to do with occult and taboo, death and rebirth and money, other people's money. But then when I look at my chart, I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense why I'm doing this. And you know what's the weird thing too? I always had this fascination with death. And I never knew why. I never knew why I was so curious about serial killers. And I know like a lot of people watch those documentaries and stuff like this, but this is me. Like ever since I was little, I would watch like America's Most Wanted. Cops, not so much. But and then I had this encyclopedia about serial killers. It's weird. I'm like, why did I have this fascination with serial killers? I think it's because I find it interesting. It's like I wanted to understand why people would do things like that, and like at my age, and I was like, why do I like this stuff? Why do I want to know about this stuff? I mean, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. But the thing is, I'm interested about why people do bad things, you know? I'm like, why do people like doing bad things? Why do people do bad things? Are they born that way? Is it because they grew up that way? Like they were raised that way? Were they nurtured to be that way? But it's like a mix. And later understanding why I think it's attributed to my Scorpio placements. I think it's attributed to that. It's so weird. Like that I always had that fascination. Like how the fuck? I'm sorry, I curse. I'm like 6, 7 years old, and I know about Jack the Ripper, and I'm like, who's Jack the Ripper? Like, why did he do that? You know, like 6-year-old girl. Why is a little girl wondering about Jack the Ripper? You know, it's so weird. It's true, yeah. And I have my master's degree in education though, but when I was going towards my bachelor's, I applied to be in to 2 schools, one for social work and one, not 2 schools. Well, yeah, 2 schools. There were different schools. One school was for social work and the other school was for forensic psychology. But I didn't get into that school, or the social work school got back to me first, and I was like, I have to accept it. So I don't know. I don't remember if I got rejected by the other school or not. I don't think they rejected me. I don't think they should have. I mean, my GPA was decent. It was like 3.4 or something. So, but I wanted to get into forensic psychology because I don't know, I had a fascination. But now I'm like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see dead people. I don't want to see nothing. Like it stays in my head. I go to sleep, and then sometimes I could see images. I could see the way people's faces look. I don't like that at all. I don't like it. But then I started having these weird dreams. I know that you're talking amongst yourself. Oh wow. Wait, so imaginary corner, so that means you're doing a 4-year program. You didn't do like a 2-year, then enter a 4-year school? Because I know when I went to school, I got my associates, then I went to get my bachelor's, you know. Okay. So what was I gonna say? That I forgot what I was gonna say. Maybe I'm supposed to shut up now. I forgot what I was talking about. But I know I was talking about forensic psychology, and I don't like, oh yeah, what I wanted to say was I started having dreams and regarding people that have passed. And part of me, like if you like people who really believe in spirituality, and if I'm the type of person that I get premonitions, but from dreams. My dreams tell me things that are going to happen. And one of the dreams that I had was showing me pictures of people who had passed away, but they look like old-timey pictures. And they were black and white. And thank God, because you could tell there was a lot of disfigurement in these people's faces. And it looked like the way it looked, and I don't know if during the Civil War, if they took pictures during the Civil War, but I was being shown pictures of people who died because they were in war, and they had a lot of facial disfigurements, but the photos were in black and white. I'm like, thank God, because spirit, I don't want to be seeing this shit, you know? So I wonder if they want to, I'm being tested to be like a medium or something to see dead people. I wondered that because that was the most random ass dream. And that's not the only time I dreamt of a person passed away, you know? I remember I had a dream, and I did a video where it was somebody who may have been missing. They may have died like during the 80s, 70s, 80s. Jane Doe, like found naked. It was, I had to do a video. I was like, maybe this resonates with somebody. I don't know. I shared that, like that dream, but I have those weird ass dreams. Oh wow. Oh Lordy Jesus. I mean, I'm not scared of ghosts. I know they can't hurt you, but I grew up with like I'm of Puerto Rican descent, so and my family they did seances, involved in magic, Santeria. I think it was Santeria. So it's like I'm familiar with that just because I've seen certain things. It's like now when I look back, I'm like, oh, that's what they were doing. So I be careful. I'm careful with that stuff because yeah. I know my grandmother used to do stuff. I think this is what I was born to do. It's true though. It's true. And yesterday was one of those days where I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to be around anybody. I was like anti-social yesterday. And I was totally antisocial. I didn't want to, but I haven't seen many ghosts. I think I've seen one in my entire life, but it scared the hell out of me. But I was so young too. I was so young. And the thing about the ghost I saw was it looked like an angel. It looked like an angel. And not like think of Temperance card, right? The person wearing the white cloak. And that's what it looked. It looked very ethereal and dreamy and like something you would see like in a movie, like very glowy but white. And it was just there looking at me sleep. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I was so young. I was so scared. Oh my God, for real, Teresa? Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes I get like random numbers, random things, and I'm like, what does this mean? What is this? And then, you know, you end up going down a rabbit hole. You end up going down a rabbit hole. I already answered a question for you, Touche. I'm only answering one question per person. Yeah. It's... Oh, wow. That's amazing, Teresa. That's a little scary, too. You know? How did you feel about that? That is so cool. That is. To be able to help somebody. You know, I don't know if anybody has ever experienced this where you felt like the urge to say something to someone, like a stranger. It's like you see somebody and then this idea pops up in your mind, like, I feel like I have to say this to this person. I feel like that's one of the ways that you know you're connected. I think we all have that. I think we just have to get in touch with that. Not everybody's in touch with that. They're so focused on like the 3D. Or distracted. They're distracted. We're distracted. I know I was distracted for a long time. I'm curious, Teresa, like about how you felt with no, I already answered your question already. You asked about Mehmet being in love with you. I only do one question per person. So I already answered your question. No more. I don't want to have to hide you from my channel today. Patience is very thin. Oh my gosh, that's so. No, that's not that's what is. It's like, how did he know you could see him? How did he know you could hear him? That is so interesting. I don't know. I was gonna say I'm a little jealous, but no, I'm like, I don't think I'm jealous though. I just think that's really cool. You know, that I think I would be scared, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was trying to reach me yesterday and I was like, get the fuck away from me. Because I was feeling so weird yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think anybody else has a question. I remember somebody was telling me that it was funny because I don't know if anybody remembers the time that somebody asked about their mother. I don't know who it was. They asked about their mother. Like, is my mother at peace? I did that live like maybe last month or the month before. I don't remember if it was in late March or early April. But somebody asked me about their mother. They wanted to know if their mother was in peace and was at peace. Did she, after she passed, was she at peace? But the thing is, I had like a friend. He stopped by the conference room after I was reading, and he said that he felt like something was like doing this to him. You know, like they were trying to get his attention. And then later on, I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I remember Ghost Whisperer, you know, like, hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Like, but like trying to see, but he sensed something and he's like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I don't feel comfortable here. I want to go, you know? So I don't know if that's, that sounds familiar, Teresa. But yeah, he was telling me that. I was like, oh shit, maybe the mother came. She came over here. She heard me asking for her, you know, to answer her daughter's question. He was like, oh my God, I feel something. Like, I feel like, he's like, oh. He said he felt chills. He was like, is it cold in here? Like, he was telling me like he felt chills. And I was like, it seems fine, you know, like, but I think he's sensitive too. Because he sees stuff. He's been telling me like, it's cool to know somebody that you could talk about this stuff with, because then you feel less crazy. I think that's one of the things I value about him, is that we could talk about that stuff and not feel judged. We don't judge each other. Wait, I know. Okay, this is the bag. Oh, okay. So you, wow. Do you think that's your life purpose, though? Do you think that's what you're meant to do, Teresa? Because I know you wanted me to do a life purpose reading. Like, I know you wanted me to do more career and life purpose reading. You wanted me to do that. But then, like, I really don't know how to do that because you know how I was doing the all signs reading, and I'm like, and I don't know how many people will watch that or even how to do that. Do I have the right cards to do that? Because I like, you see it says Artemis Oracle. My what I really wanted to do was have an Oracle channel. I just wanted to use Oracle cards and give messages that way. But then eventually I was like, you know what? I want to learn how to do tarot. And then I bought my first tarot deck, the Rider White deck. I feel like anybody who wants to learn tarot, that's the deck to go to, For me, that's just my opinion because it's very basic, but it's like one of the oldest tarot cards that exists. One of the oldest. I know there are older cards. I think there's a Marseille deck and some other deck. But the Rider White is like the classic tarot. And I feel like that's like a nice deck to start off with because you can learn the basics off of it and it's so affordable. But then once you know and memorize the cards and even connect with the cards and come up with your own, like you're not coming up with your own, but you have your intuitive meanings for each card, then you can move on to different tarot cards. That's how I did it. I wanted to learn the original tarot. And then once I did that, then I started going crazy with other tarot decks. Twin flames. I was talking about that yesterday. And for me, like, I don't really believe in that, but I think everybody should be able to believe what they want to believe. This is the same thing with religion. People should practice whatever religion they choose to, or not practice religion at all. But like with twin flames, I don't really think it makes it sound like there's only one person in the world because it's called twin flames. So that means one person that's your match, your mirror. I feel like there could be people that come in our lives that can be mirrors for us, and I think that's what a twin flame can be too. It could be a mirror. But I don't know if it's like the only person you're supposed to be with, or if it's just a regular soulmate or a karmic or a catalyst. Some people like to say. I think a twin flame is more like a catalyst than anything because it's supposed to mirror to you the good, but also the negative. They show you the good and the bad of yourself, and you do the same for them. And I think they're meant to teach us. We're meant to grow and evolve and learn about ourselves, but also make the necessary changes that we need to so that we could be our highest self. We could be our best selves. But I think I think it's the type of soulmate, but I don't know if it's like the one. You know what I mean? I don't know if there is the one, because, I mean, if you meet somebody, and I was saying this yesterday, we go through different situations and they cause us to evolve, right? But then if you're with somebody and they're not growing and evolving, we may outgrow them, and then that's when we need to move to people who are at a different level because they will match us, and then those people, I think if you're with somebody, regardless if it's twin flame, soulmate, or whatever, you're supposed to be learning and evolving and growing with each other. We're not meant to be the same. We're meant to continuously evolve because think about humans. We've existed for as long as we have, and we've evolved from whatever we were to who we are now, and I think that also has to do with us as individuals too, and even the people that we're with. That's just like my belief system though, Yeah, I believe that we have several soulmates too. We have like the romantic ones, And then we have the ones that are more like friends, more like sisters, and more feel like family. And then we have the people who are like the karmics, because I think karmics can be soulmates, but they're like not the greatest soulmates too. I think they're meant to like trigger growth within us, and which is what I think of twin flame can possibly be, you know. That's what I think. I don't know if I have a twin flame. I was in one connection where I thought, I was like, okay, maybe this person could be that because they triggered the hell out of me. But I was like, I don't want to be with this person. This is not the person. I don't even think I love that person at all, you know? But I think, yeah, I don't think I love that person. But I don't think they were twin flame though. I think they were just like a karmic soulmate. I think they were a karmic soulmate. Yeah, they triggered the hell out of me. And I'm not saying they did it intentionally, but there were just certain things that they made me very much aware of that I needed to change. And I feel like that connection to a connection I had after them, I see the difference within myself. I definitely still have the insecurities, and that's something that I'm working on. But then eventually I will get to that place where those insecurities will completely dissolve and, you know, and I think I'm reaching that point now. I think so too. I agree with you, Teresa, about they use the talk. I don't like that runner chaser shit. Like somebody, I posted this short, and it was from something I saw on Instagram. What's meant for you, you don't have to chase, you know? But what's meant for you will chase you, you know? You can't run away from what's meant for you, but you shouldn't be chasing after anything, you know? If something wants you, you don't have to chase it, you know? So if it's running away from you, then it must not want you. And we're not dogs. We shouldn't be chasing people. Even though I think that I am a chaser. If I want something, I'll go after it, you know? But sometimes I go after the wrong things. I'm like, it wasn't even worth it. Let me read Imagining Prayer. Yeah, I wonder if that person was a twin flame. Because I think twin flames are romanticized in a way. I think they romanticize twin flames. And yeah, the toxicity, like, no. That's why I don't really like throwing that word around, the twin flame. But I know people do agree with that, but they may identify a connection as being that. And that's why I say I can't tell people what to think. I think people should be allowed to believe what they want to believe. But I feel like that if we believe in something, we should have the facts, you know? And I feel like I'm not speaking from a factual sense, it's more opinion based. Because, and I even said it yesterday, that I should still do more research, but from what I'm hearing and what little research I have done, some people use that. It's just like, oh, you know, this person needs to heal, and this is why they're running away from you and stuff like that. I'm like, then go heal. Like, that's it. Why should I chase you? You know, why should I chase you? Why do we feel like we have to chase? That's the thing. We shouldn't be chasing anything. You know, like they always tell us, like, a manifestation, what's meant for you will never pass you by. You know, they never tell you in manifestation to go chasing somebody. They tell us to detach. You know, so it's like we're working against ourselves. Like, I'm manifesting you, but I'm going to chase you. But no, if it's meant for you, it will come to you. It will come towards you. You know, if you believe in manifestation, I do. I believe in manifestation. And from my own personal experiences that I've shared in the past live stream. Let's see. Okay, it's starting to get late. I have to start heading home. So I thank you all for joining me, allowing me to read for you, even having this conversation about ghosts and serial killers, stuff like that. I really appreciate you being here. And if you're new here, thank you for subscribing. If you have subscribed, or thank you for just being here, sharing your energy. Thank you, Lions, Sky Ventures. Oh, 108 in the UK. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Imaginary Corner. Thank you for the conversation, for chatting with me and connecting with me, allowing me to read for you all, because to trust, that's trust. There's a level of trust. I know some people don't take tarot seriously. They think it's a joke. But the people who continuously come back, it's because we connect to each other. So I really appreciate you all for being here for as long as you have, even if it's since yesterday or even today, or for as long as Teresa has been here, or as Imaginary Corner, because I think Imaginary Corner, you've been here, I think since last month, or maybe March. Wait. Yeah, March, maybe? I could be wrong. But I really appreciate you all. I'm going to let you all go. I hope you have a wonderful evening, a day, wherever time zone you're in, because I'm in New York City, the East Coast, Eastern time. So have a wonderful day ahead and wonderful evening ahead. And I hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.